Hello, everybody. Welcome back again to my channel. And this news that I'm bringing to you here, some people will be mad at me. Yes, they will be mad at me because I was talking about Shatawale a few days ago in a video where a car he bought was allegedly a proceed of fraud from somebody. And yes, oh my lord, some people were not happy at the fact that I am a Nigerian and I'm talking about a Ghanaian involved in a business that a Ghanaian who is in jail or something. And I was just like, come, I am calling out the people who commit crimes in diaspora, and I do not care where they originate from. I don't care if they're from Ghana. I don't care if they're from Nigeria. I don't care wherever they are from. And if you're new on my channel here, maybe I should just let you know that I'm one of those people who do not believe in crime. Okay. I'm one of those people that if you are a Nigerian or whatever African continent it is you come from and you are in diaspora and you are living the life of crime, we should be naming you and shaming you. And yes, I am not going to dig for these stories. So these stories are already placed on social media. If you go on my channels, all those stories of people who are committing fraud, who are committing romance scams, who are committing all those scams. So there's a government website, a US government website that reports all of these news, that puts the names of these people there and what crimes they've committed, what and stuff like that. The only thing is that they're just not giving us their pictures. Some of them they give us pictures, some of them they don't give us pictures. And why I have decided to start talking about this on my channel is the fact that look at the case, and I've always referred to it. I look at the case of Senator Akpabio and Senator Natasha. If you remember that there's a case ongoing between them in the House of Senate, and one of the people who is the chairman of the ethics committee is an alleged fraudster in the US. Yes, I'll put his image here. Is an alleged fraudster in the US. So he was a practicing lawyer in the US. He allegedly defrauded a client of thousands of dollars. And then he was disbarred from the US. He came into Nigeria to start, to be in politics. Now is in the House of Senate, being the head of a committee chairman or a chairman of the ethics committee to I'm just like, no, we need to be naming and shaming them because you can never tell. These people, they will commit this crime in diaspora, they will go to jail, and then they will deport them back. And then before you know it, boom, they might be your president tomorrow. Anyway, why am I here today? So I'm here today to share another story of this time around. It involves three Ghanaian brothers. Yeah, three Ghanaian brothers have been reported by the Department of US Justice for being involved in crime. So I'm going to share my screen with you now so we will read it, because at the end of the day, they are still African brothers. So we need to be naming and shaming them because, like I said, it just takes one African person, regardless of where in Africa you come from. It takes one of us to commit a crime, and then they will paint us all in the same brush. And also, why I'm bringing this story, because yes, with the case going on in Ghana right now, Nigerians must go. Nigerians must go. It just goes on to show that yes, you say that Ghanaians do not commit crime in Ghana, right? Why is this easy for these Ghanaians to commit this type of crime abroad? Why? So Ghanaians obviously crime, right? So the crimes that these Ghanaians have committed is fraud. So do they not you say Ghanaians don't commit crimes? They don't commit crime. So how did these three Ghanaians find it easy to commit this kind of crime abroad? If you know the answer, put it in the comment section. Anyway, I'm going to share my screen with you and let's read the story, all right? So according to this website, it's called Ghana Web, and it says, according to the title, 2 Ghanaian Americans arrested over $7 million US global fraud scheme. And this is a report. So that's the guy there. I believe that's his mugshot. So it says here that 2 Ghanaian American citizens are in police custody in the United States over offenses including wire fraud that fetched them about $7 million over 3 years. The main suspect, which I believe is this guy here, at least they give us a picture. Well, this Ghana website give us a picture. US website don't normally give us a picture. So the main suspect, Kelvin Nkwa Tabisa, is in the custody of US Marshals in Broward County. A local news outlet, Local 10, reported on Friday, May 24th. Kelvin, 31 of Atlanta, also known by the aliases Kevin Brown and KO, remained held in the Broward main jail Friday as he faced 6 several charges, including conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and conspiracy to commit money laundering, the Local 10 report said. The other suspect, Justice Amo, also known as Samuel Andrews of the Bronx, New York, and the Bronx is in quote being prosecuted in the Southern District of Florida. The names of their two other co-conspirators were given as John Jusans of Canal, Winchester, Ohio, and Licia Moore, also known as Deborah Green of Acworth, Georgia. So Ghana News report that Amo and Nkwatabisa both schooled in Ghana and left the country after their secondary education to settle in the US where their alleged crimes took place. So the federal indictment also mentions unnamed co-conspirators. So the modus operandi is that it states that co-conspirators compromise victims' business email accounts in quote for the purpose of monitoring and intercepting emails, specifically those discussing wire transfer payments. Pretending to be legitimate business partners, the co-conspirators sent emails in quotes containing false and fraudulent requests for payments and wire instructions to victims that induce the victims to transfer money into bank accounts the group controlled, prosecutors alleged. So there are five victims of the scheme. Okay, so the indictment lists five victims of the scheme, all unidentified, ranging from a corporal in Coral Springs to a company in Suffolk, England, and an investor in Auckland, New Zealand. Those entities wired more than $7 million to bank accounts controlled by the quartet and other co-conspirators. So the group facing charges, as well as their co-conspirators, opened in quote shell companies and bank accounts in the names of those shell companies for the purpose of receiving stolen victim funds, prosecutors allege. Authorities said the con went on from early as August 2022 and continued through this month. Like Trump is trumping everybody, and I'm happy that Trump is doing that. Okay, the Coral Springs company alone lost more than $1.3 million to the scheme, according to the indictment. So the main suspect appears in court. So Inkwa Tabisa is the main suspect now. He appeared in Lauderdale Federal Court on Thursday. According to court records, is scheduled for an arraignment and detention hearing in front of a magistrate judge next Thursday. According to federal court records, Amo and Joe Sands were also taken into custody in New York and Ohio, respectively, this week. Moore was not in custody as of Friday, authorities said. All face decades in prison if committed. Serves them right. Absolutely serves them right because, like I said, if you have the chance to travel abroad, and you think a life of crime is the thing that you want to do, or more whatever it is that you get, if you get caught and you get to go to jail and they collect everything you were able to make from that fraud and then send you back to your home country, that is the exact way you should be treated because, like I said, you come to a country that at least it works better than where you originated from, and you think going into crime is the best thing for you, right? Once you finish your prison time, you should be sent back onto where you came from. So another news article that I want to see that I want to read with you is another one. So this one actually detailed all three. Okay, so according to Punch says three Ghanaian nationals extradited to US in $100 million online fraud case. So I want to believe they are not the same people, but if they're the same people, we will know. Okay, I think these are different people now. So that's like five. So Punch reported three and Ghana Web reported two. And looking at the names that I see here, it's different from the other one that I've just read with you. So let's read this one by Punch. It says here three Ghanaian nationals accused of orchestrating a $100 million online fraud scheme targeting US businesses and vulnerable Americans in New York. Federal prosecutors announced on Friday. So Isaac Oduro Boateng, aka Kofi Boots, Inusa Ahmed, aka Pascal, and Derek Van Yeboah, aka Van, arrived in New York on the 7th of August after being extradited from Ghana. Serves them right. They are scheduled to appear before U.S. Magistrate Judge Robert W. Leiberger. A fourth defendant, Patrick Kwame Asari, aka Burger, remains at large. So, according to a post on the FBI website on Friday, it says that as alleged, Isaac Boateng, Inusa Ahmed, Derek Yeboah, and Patrick Kwame Asare led and participated in an international fraud ring that engaged in a massive conspiracy to defraud vulnerable people and steal from businesses, U.S. Attorney Jay Clayton said. In quote, offshore scammers should know that we, the FBI, and our law enforcement partners will work around the world to combat online fraud and bring perpetrators to justice. So if you like, commit fraud and travel to the end of the world, they will find you. They don't care if they are spending the money. They don't care if they're actually spending the money to bring you to America to come and serve your jail time. But yes, if you commit the crime and they find you, you will be jailed. And the most annoying thing is the fact that all of this fraud money that these people are defrauding the US is meant for vulnerable people and small businesses. I don't know why you think that you need to steal from people who are also struggling on their own. Like, it's for businesses and vulnerable people. Now we've scammed the government of that money now, and these vulnerable people now will be left with nothing as when they needed it. Like, how is that fair? How is that fair? Anyway, they continue that all these are detailed in a press release dated 8th of August 2025 on the United States Attorney's website, Southern District. So yeah, it's on our website. I will share that website with you if I can find it. But if not, yeah, it's on the, I think, Department of Justice website. That's where they put all of this news. So, and it's also in the attorney's office as well, which is in the Southern District of New York. So it continues saying there that, you know what, the FBI director in charge said that deceiving businesses using email compromise campaigns and tricking innocent elderly victims through fraudulent companionship in order to exploit their trust and finances is not merely appalling but illegal. The FBI will continue to ensure anyone who preys on companies and vulnerable Americans online is made to face the criminal justice system. Prosecutors say the defendant held senior positions in a Ghana-based network that posed as romantic partners to older victims and used fraudulent emails to trick companies into wiring funds. After securing the money, the proceeds were allegedly laundered through West Africa, often directed by chairmen in quotes such as Boateng and Ahmed. All four defendants face multiple federal charges, including wire fraud, money laundering, and receiving stolen funds, with each wire fraud count carrying a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison. The case is being handled by the Southern District of New York's Complex Fraud and Cyber Crime. Wow. So that's pretty much that, guys. Like, so in total now, so that's about 6 Ghanaians in total. So four whose names are not in the other news I read with you. So that's 6 Ghanaians. The other one is still running, but trust me, they will find you. So, like I said, some of you will find this video like, oh, why are you talking about Ghana? Come, I am Nigerian. In fact, a few days ago while I was at work, I actually, one of my patients was a Ghanaian person, and we talked perfectly fine. The thing is this: I am not here to say, oh, now I am now comparing. That's not the case here. I've always reported stories of, you know, when people commit fraud or they commit crimes. No, report them, shame them. But if you feel triggered because I'm doing this video well, that's the exit door for you. Okay, at the end of the day, any crimes are committed all over the world. It's not as if maybe a crimes are designated for a certain African country. No, no, be only Nigerians they commit crime. Every other African country, some bad ones commit crimes, and these ones that are being caught now are some of the bad ones out of Ghana, and the ones that are being caught in Nigeria are by, I mean, some Nigerians that are being caught with all of these crimes in the abroad or in diaspora are some of the bad Nigerians. So we are not all involved in such business, but at the end of the day, it only takes one tribe or one person from a certain country to do that crime, and then they will start painting everybody with the same brush. With that being said, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think, in fact, I even saw a post where the article was saying that if any national think that they are being basically targeted because of these crimes, that they will even provide them with legal services. See, they are providing you legal services to challenge the offense they claimed you've committed. Tell me what country will do that for you. Tell me. Anyway, guys, at the end of the day, if you commit crime, be ready to face the consequences. If you can do crime, be ready for the time. Anyway, no hate for anybody. It's all love, yeah. And I'm going to keep bringing the story back here because if you commit crime abroad and the news is already in the newspaper, I will come here and share it. We need to start shaming people who come in from. With that being said, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Leave your thoughts and opinion in the comment section. All these things that I've mentioned in this video. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe if you've not yet done so, turn on your post notification, share this video. Do not hesitate to join my membership, and I shall see you in another video. All right, bye, guys. Bye.